We think we know the redemption arc. A villain does bad things, feels bad about them, does one good thing, and dies. We applaud, roll credits. But C.S. Lewis, a man who spent decades arguing with atheists and grieving war, didn't buy that. He knew redemption isn't a transaction, it's a surgery. In the Chronicles of Narnia, Lewis doesn't just write characters who are saved, he writes characters who are unmade and remade. Today we're looking at the 3 stages of Narnian redemption: the betrayer, the beast, and the bully. Let's start with the obvious. Edmund Pevensey. On the surface, his sin is simple: greed and Turkish delights. But look closer. Lewis writes Edmund's betrayal not as a momentary lapse, but as a numbing, the which convinces him that his siblings are the enemy. By the time he reaches her castle, he isn't just a traitor, he's a dead soul walking.
You have a traitor in your midst, Aslan?
Here's the genius move. When Aslan saves Edmund from being executed, Lewis refuses to show the reunion. We don't see the conversation, no tearful apology, no lecture. Why? Because Lewis knows that shame is narcissism. True redemption isn't standing in the spotlight and groveling. It's turning your face away from yourself and towards the battle. Edmund doesn't earn his redemption by feeling bad enough. He earns it by fighting. Lewis's rule is harsh but hopeful. Stop looking at your own wounds. Look at the enemy. But if Edmund is the redemption of the will, Eustace Scrubb is the redemption of the flesh. He is hands down the most honest character Lewis ever wrote. Eustace is the kind of kid who reads the wrong books and thinks he's superior to everyone. He's not a traitor, he's just insufferable. And then Lewis does the impossible. He turns the bully into a literal dragon, a true reflection of what has always been inside. And here is the thesis statement of the entire series. Eustace, the dragon, is happier than Eustace, the boy. For the first time, Eustace is useful. He has power. He can protect people, but he can't scratch his own back. He can't take off the scales. This is the most brutal metaphor for conversion ever put in a children's book. Eustace tries to scratch off the scales himself. He gets 10 layers deep. It hurts, it bleeds, and underneath, just more dragon. Then the lion said, "I didn't hear him, but I felt him. You will have to let me do it." That's stage 2. Edmund needed a battle. Eustace needed a surgery. Lewis argues that some sins can't be fought. They have to be ripped out by force outside ourselves. But here is where Lewis differs from modern Hollywood. He doesn't redeem everyone, because redemption requires one thing: willingness. Look at the dwarves. Aslan brings them into paradise. The grass is sweet, the sun is warm, but the dwarves insist it's a dark, smelly stable. They choose hell because they cannot bear the vulnerability of joy. For Lewis, damnation isn't a punishment. It's a locked door with the key on the inside. And then the controversial curveball, a meth, a soldier of the evil god Tash. He serves Tash faithfully, bravely, honorably. When he meets Aslan, he expects to be destroyed. Child, all the service thou hast done to Tash, I accept as service done to me. Lewis writes, no service which is vile can be done to me, and none which is not vile can be done to him. Meaning, if you seek truth, you will find Aslan, even if you call him by a different name. If you seek cruelty, you will find Tash, even if you call him by Aslan. That is terrifying. That is generous. That is not the fluffy lion we grew up with. So, what is the engine of all this? The deep magic says traitors belong to the witch, but the deep magic says if a willing, sinless victim dies in a traitor's place, death itself is undone. Lewis isn't writing about karma, he's writing about substitution. Aslan doesn't just forgive Edmund, he takes the knife. He doesn't just teach Eustace, he tears the scales off. Most writers think redemption is a line graph that goes up. Lewis knows it's a cycle. Death, despair, and discovery, over and over again, an endless pursuit to become better than you were yesterday. In the end, Edmund had to die to his pride. Eustace had to die to his skin. And even in the end, Narnia itself had to die to itself to become real.